So this whole section is very philosophical and very technical. It is speaking about the whole fabric of Krishna's creation. So we will take some main points and make a discussion. The first thing here we read that how this whole material nature and all the jivas, they are beginningless, right? That means they exist all the time. Even before this creation, we all existed. So Prabhupada says, what is the mystery of this material creation? Why is this world coming into being? And why are we coming to this world and playing our parts on the staged world here in different roles? Each of us have taken different roles, so we have different duties and different things that we're doing. So, what is the mystery behind this creation? Prabhupada is asking this question in this first verse. Yes, Krishna Prabhu. Bullseye, whatever they say. Perfect answer. Did everyone get it? The mystery? The mystery, Prabhupada says, now we understand the theology and we may need some contemplation to look into our lives to understand it. You may not get it so easily unless you think deeper, right? Then why did we make a choice? Turn to page number 581. Open that. This is a question that has created a lot of discussion. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 lines from below on text 20. Uh, it really does not matter. Got it? Read it. Did you get what Prabhupada is saying? Prabhupada says it really does not matter how these living entities have come in contact with material nature. Who knows it? The Supreme Lord knows how and why this took place. Right? The Supreme Lord knows as a, yeah. So we need to connect to Him to be able to get this answer. Actually, it's a fact because, you know, we know principally, we know principally, no, the answer is what Prabhupada is saying. What you said is the right thing that we have come here. Now, Shiven Prabhu asked a question. If it was so attractive, it was so lovable, then why at all did we make the first choice? Why did we choose misery? So here Prabhupada says that is difficult to understand. The fact is we are here. That means we have come. It's like, the fact is we are here. That means we are not there. something has caused us to come from there to here. Now, exactly what happened, why it happened, and how it happened, Prabhupada says once we get back there, it will get clear.
So the answer to this can be explained by this the anecdote that when we live in civil society, in material society, sometimes unknowingly or sometimes out of an ill mind, we commit a crime or a mistake that puts us
In the
behind
jail.
in the jail.
Yeah, so we can principally understand.
Yeah.
But exactly what was the crime I did? I was living in a happy home. What triggered me to go wrong? If you want to know the exact
The root
detail,
cause.
yeah, if you want to know like the detail, principle is clear. We are here. But exactly what is the detail? And that is sometimes a big question of a discussion ki why at all we made a choice to come here, if it was all so good. But Prabhupada says that we have made a choice and we are here. But now exactly what is the exact thing Shivain Prabhu did, what Prem Swarup Das did, or what Krishna Prabhu did, everyone may have a different story. Yes, Prabhupada says that also, that sometimes what brings us to this world is curiosity. There is a curiosity. Every day we're eating so wonderfully. What about Prabhupada says we're eating chappan bhog and we says thoda moody खा के देखते हैं. Eat some puffed rice. I want to try out. Why am I told not to do? It's something like whenever you tell people you should not do this, immediately the excitement is why I should not do it. I should explore it and things like that. So Prabhupada gives that answer also. But exactly what is the actual thing, that's difficult to decipher. So we got to take that point from Prabhupada. Otherwise, we can go on thinking and analyzing, and we may feel even like, why did Krishna be unfair to us? Maybe he should not have let us come here. He feel, that the next point that comes up for discussion is, if Krishna loved us, why did he cause us to come here? दो तीन झापड़ मार के या कुछ करके वापस रख लेते, you know like that. Another explanation Prabhupada says is, it seems so long because we are here, but actually spiritual world is a place of eternity, no time. So from the point, just like when we go to the heavens, the duration of time is much bigger. That means one day of heaven is 6 months of this world. You understand? One day of heaven. Just like now Chaturmas is coming. So they don't perform any rituals during the Chaturmas. Why? Because that is those 4 months are the night hours of the Devatas. That's sleeping time. They're sleeping. So they're sleeping. So they're not. So you offer to the Devatas and they offer to the Lord. Like you offer to the. So now the Devatas are sleeping for 4 hours, which is 4 months. No, no, four. This one day is 6 months. One night is 6 months. So 1 year of us is 1 day and night of the Devatas. 1 day and night. That's what. 1 day and night of the Devatas is 1 year of ours. So the 4 months we don't do because the Devatas are sleeping. That is called Chaturmas. And then what comes after Chaturmas? Kartik. So that is Kartik is what? So what is that period called? What comes before above the sunrise called? Okay, in Sanskrit? Brahma Muhurta. The time which is the best for spiritual activity. And that's why Kartik is the best time for spiritual activity. Right? So when the Devatas get up, then the various rituals happen. And Kartik is the time, that is how. So when you go to Indraloka, there spending 100 years is like 10,000 years of this mortal world. And similarly, you go to higher planets, the relativity of time becomes bigger and bigger. Just like for an ant, what is 100 years? One day. सुबह उठा, दोपहर तक नहीं नहीं 10 बजे तक ग्रेजुएशन कर लिया, 12 बजे तक शादी हो गई, 1-2 बजे प्रोजनी भी हो गया, गो डाउन, फिर डिसीज, बूढ़ा हो गया, धीरे 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 few days, full life over. You can look at the whole birth, old age, disease, death of an ant. So for the ant, the relativity of time is much smaller. What we are like the cows, we have seen the cows live for like 13, 14 years. Like a baby, how long it takes for the baby to start walking? Huh? Mothers, how long it takes? Huh? Human baby. Okay, so 2 years. Properly walking. 1.5, 2 years. I have seen the birth of a calf from the cow. When it's because at the time we know that it's going to, and they bring out the calf from the womb of the mother cow and immediately starts walking. We just have to help it identify where is the udder. It kind of gets confused. उसको थोड़ा सा समझाना है कि this is the udder from which he should be fed with milk. In 10-15 minutes he figures out, and he's there on his own, right? And if you see species other than that, Sridhar Swami, he was a great renunciate, and he wanted to dedicate his life. He is one of the commentator of Bhagavad Gita in 12th century. So he wanted to give up all his responsibilities and completely work for the Lord. So he told his wife that I want to take sannyas. So the wife said, my dear master, once I have a child, then you can go. Then you can go and do the work of spreading and writing the literatures. And then what happened is, as he desired, the wife became pregnant, and in 9 months, there was a child. But there was a child, and the mother died after giving birth to child. And then he became confused. He became confused that what do I do? My whole program of giving my life to the Lord, because the one who has to take care of the child is gone. And the wife had said, once the child is there, I'll be on my own. Now Sridhar Swami was considering, because he had a awakening and enlightening. He was an awakened person. He said, what should I do? Should I continue or should I leave with the child? Leave the child. And then suddenly, as he was doing it, he was thinking so deeply, there was a lizard on the wall. And the lizard was pregnant. And right in front of him, while he was thinking, the lizard gave birth to a baby lizard. And a baby lizard, there is no rearing up. The mother gives birth and that's it. And the baby lizard fell. And then he saw a small insect just whiff through, and the baby lizard just slung its tongue, ate the prey, nourished himself, and started moving forward. Sridhar Swami got a revelation. बनाने वाला चलाएगा भी, खिलाएगा भी. He got a revelation that actually I have the illusion, I am thinking I am taking care of people. I have to maintain. But the one who's actually taking care is the Lord. I am put in charge, but through me the care is being taken. So he got such an awakening and conviction seeing that lizard baby getting on its own in just few seconds. He left the child there and left. And then immediately, just in few moments, there was a couple who didn't have a child. And they were looking to have a child for years. And they come over that place and they hear a child crying. And because they were longing for the child, they go inside and see a newly born child. And they look here, they look there, and they take full responsibility of the child. Right? So the maintenance or the people's ability, I was speaking of relativity of time, and he spoke of Sridhar Swami. Wait a minute, I'll just complete my point of how we got here. And if you go to the higher worlds, one day of Brahma is how long? Huh? 1000 into 43 lakh 20,000 years. It is 1000 into 43 lakh 20,000 years. That's all. That's how much? One day. And that's about the same time one night. Because Brahma is at a higher relative scale. Brahma lives for 100 years, and that is the timing of our universe. When Brahma dies, the Brahmanda collapses. So हमारा एक दिन है और ब्रह्मा का एक दिन 864 crores, 864 crore years. So from this perspective, when we go back to the spiritual world, it will be like just few moments of having made a different choice. Make sense what I'm saying? Because of the relativity of time, when you get to the spiritual world, there the factor of time is eternal. That means Brahma's living for 100 years is like one breath. Make sense what I'm saying? So from that perspective, how long did we leave the spiritual world? Just few seconds. It's like, say we gazed at something and we didn't continue in the, party of Krishna. And Krishna pats. Kya hua? And in that gaze for few seconds or few these things, we had all the experiences and realized we come back. No, not good there. This is another explanation Prabhupada gives about it seems so long because we are here within time. That's why the devotees always. It's a collaborative game between the Lord, the devotees, the Lord, and the material nature. When you get bad experiences in this world, what happens to us? We become sober. When things don't work in this world, we become sober and we become more thoughtful. That's how we are improving. So you see, now thank you for that good question. Right? So the problem is, as rightly Krishna Prabhu said, we have become averse to serving the Lord. We have lost our interest in serving the Lord. We have kind of become, no. But we are very attracted to this world. Every aspect of this world gives us enticement. So we have become averse to service of the Lord, but we have become heavily attracted to the aspects of this world. And Prabhupada says the attraction of this world is the cause of struggle in this world. Can you explain this? The attraction in this world is the cause of struggle in this world.
If you are attracted, attachment, then there's bound to be suffering because happiness and distress is a part and parcel of.
But why struggle?
Material desires will increase.
Okay. Yeah, so how does attraction increase your struggle for existence? Okay, yes, that's a good explanation. Prabhupada says here that we have become averse. See, basically, we are madly attracted to Krishna in love, as we are discussing. We have mad attraction for Krishna, but that has become covered over, and we have become averse to engage in that relationship spontaneously. I won't say we don't have emotions, but right now we don't have any spontaneity towards that relationship, but we have spontaneity to the attractions of this world. So Prabhupada says the attraction to this world is the cause of struggle for existence for each and every one of us.
But Prabhu, there is a possibility that, Krishna, despite although Jivatmas and Golok Vrindavan, they might be in complete ecstatic mode, even then Krishna wanted us to come to this material world because sometimes the parents they send the child to the boarding school
No, no,
despite
no,
the
no. That's
experience.
maybe that's an analogy you can speak, but that's not true. That's not the tattva that Krishna wanted us to have a viraha bhav. That's not recorded in the Shastras, right? So we do not. So why is the okay? How many of us are attracted to aspects of this world? I'm raising my hand also.
Everybody is.
Everybody, we are excited. We are excited now. We may restrain for being for reasons and give opportunity when required. And for service to Krishna, we have to push each other. हरि बोल जब हुआ क्या प्रोग्राम में क्यों नहीं आए कहाँ थे we got to push, right? So my question is, why does Prabhupada say the attraction in this world leads to struggle for existence? And rightly, there is happiness and suffering, yes. There is birth, old age, disease, and death, yes. But on an immediate level, how do you say?
I feel it's because of the vicious cycle of desire itself. So if today I want to say make 10 rupees, I'm making 10 rupees, right? But then after that, after I've made the 10 rupees, my desire has to make 100. After I made, so I think this keeps
But
on
why are we
repeating
attracted?
again.
But what is the attraction there?
Because Prabhu, we have forgotten the useless
No, no,
potential
no.
of.
That's fine. That point accepted. Having forgotten, we have become conditioned in a particular way here. Now we are trying to understand what is that kind of conditioning that is driving us mad, but it's making us struggle for existence while it is driving us mad for having it. Right? It drives us mad, but it also creates endless struggle for existence. To get what we want, to get what we want creates struggle for existence.
Prabhu, because we as human beings, we won't get satisfied by
That's
anything.
true. That's true. We don't get satisfied.
We have
Yes.
this hunger of striving hard,
Yes.
etc.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So Prabhupada gives, I mean to say, all the answers are approaching. Prabhupada says the secret is that the attraction in this world is the shackles with which we are bound by Maya. Like we say, this is a jail, but we don't see any handcuffs, we don't see any bars, we don't see any chains, but we don't even see people running away. Right? We don't see that. But in the Shastra, it explains the attraction to this world is the shackles with which we are bound. And then, because we are shackled, we are made to break the stones. Like what happens in the Western jails, I think, or even in India, because there is so much energy in the prisoner, they say patthar todo. So they give him a big rock or like this, and whole day what is he doing? Patthar todo. So that he's engaged and he will not do any stuff. Right? So it is said the attractions to the world are the shackles with which we are bound. Now, my next question: what is the shackle or what is the attraction that binds us to this world? What is the attraction? What is the key attraction that binds us to this world? That makes us secured prisoner in this world. Last, explain more. Desire. Huh? What is the attraction that keeps not only human beings, all the jivas?
Want for a relationship.
Okay, get more clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our intrinsic nature, so that's why we have it. But on a grosser level, we are not, generally people are not so thoughtful. So, so Bhagavatam explains, yes, what is the primary attraction that keeps everyone a secured prisoner? Yes, the attraction between the male and the female. That is the attraction that keeps everyone stuck in this world. Whether it's a she of a species and a he of a species of any kind. That is what excites the whole material existence to continue. And Prabhupada says the attraction between the male and female, when they come together, it, it produces a very strong knot in the heart of attachment. When you come together in relationship, it creates such a hard knot of existence. And that knot leads to expanding your domain. Griha, Kshetra, Suta, Apta, Vitta. You want a house, then you want a family, you want children, you want relatives, you want money, you want carriers, horse carriers, or cars for now. Like that, you keep expanding your domain. And what it expands is your strong identification that this is mine and I have to maintain and protect it. So you work hard to make your empire, and then you work hard to maintain your empire, and then you work hard to protect your empire. And it all begins with the attraction between the male and the female. And even whatever comes in course of it, old age, disease, trouble, problem, because the identification of me and mine is so strong, we don't deter from getting away from that. The illusion becomes so strong, मैं or mera, that it is hardly possible for us to retrace our steps. Prabhupada says this is the attraction. That means everyone voluntarily puts himself in shackles and makes takes responsibility of breaking stones. I have to buy a house, let me break stones. Then I have to have a spouse, let me break stones. Now I have to have children, let me break stones. I want to have big money, let me break stones. I want to increase my empire, let me break stones. And like that, a person just goes on and on and on. Now, one may ask a question, what is the problem? The problem is we are in the jail. That is the problem. We are not people of this world, but we have got so attached and so identified, so much deeply entrenched into it that we forget that we have a journey actually something else. Right? If not for that journey, okay, then if this is the only deal that we got to deal with. So, this is the reason we are averse to Krishna and we are just increasing our attachment and attraction to this world. That means our plight is becoming more and more difficult to retrace our path to Krishna. And when attachments and engagements become, you literally become so hard in dealing with your situations that it's difficult. He said, everyone will say, Prabhu, where do I have space in my consciousness to be able to think of Krishna? If I can get some sukoon, first give that. Don't lecture and increase my tension. So I remember sometimes going to some people and says, invite us for a class or something. Says, Swami ji, शांति के लिए कुछ बोलिए, सुना के हमारी टेंशन को और मत बढ़ाइए. We're already tensed up in so many things. Don't create more homework for us. He said, okay, so come for kirtan. Come for kirtan. But yes, because all of you are serious devotees, we are discussing this subject. Because we should know what is the reality. We should not get cheated. Now, once you know the reality, then you discern and plan how to move forward. But this is how we are stuck in this world. And you will see most people, know that I think the goal of life is actually something else. Most people know that I have to become devoted, I have to become purer, but there's so much of inertia of what we have got into a struggle for existence that no, to protect my creation, which has already come up now, anyone comes and gives a twitch, it creates insecurity for me. When I didn't have it, no insecurity. Rewind your life years back when you didn't have whatever you have now. Like a small child, how much insecurity? बच्चा घूमता है नाचता है घूमता है, how much insecurity? No insecurity. Now all of you are of a age, you know many things have got into your life. Wait 10 years more. Most of you are not married, but 10 years I'm hoping most of you would get married, right? Married and children. 10 years maybe more for Mataji, he's younger. So 15 years from now, life will not be the same. And you would think sometimes, could I rewind? Could I rewind and start it again? Maybe a little more, aspect. But no, we are bound. We are bound. So this is the point that is being explained here. That the jiva actually is Krishna's lover, but we become somehow averse. And we'll know it when we go back why. And we have developed great attraction for this world. And this great attraction technically is shackles of Maya to keep us here. So, technically shackles of Maya, the attraction for the opposite sex and everything that continues after that. And it's in every species, nothing to mention. Even the Devatas. The Devatas are also attracted. And then they continue the tenure, even after becoming so influential. Right? So now, the $1,000,000 question. What is the way out? What is the way out? You sure? You're confident, Harsh Prabhu? Now the question is, do we really get attracted to chat? What is the way out? Yes, everyone says something and then we'll go to the next point of discussion. What is the way out? We know the way in, and we know the way to go more deep in. But now, what is the way out? Should we cut all the things that we're doing now and say rewind and Haribol, just like Sridhar Swami left Haribol, Baba Ma, we're going. I don't want to entrench myself into more things. Anyway, that renunciation is also not so easy. Sometimes people, out of frustration, may feel, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, get away from everything. But the moment the frustration goes away, we're back there. So, renunciation is not easy. त्याग करना आसान है, वैराग्य आसान नहीं है. Understand? त्याग means to give up. Vairagya means to feel indifference. Right? I won't eat it because I've got some health issues. But I really charmed by it. Yes, Mataji. A sort of frustration. By that item, some other item you'll get attracted. That attraction for eating doesn't go away. Right? Maybe something. The attraction of this world is too charming. Okay, why is the attraction of this world so charming? Though it is the shackles. You know the answer. Yes, it is the reflection of the original attraction. Our original attraction for Krishna is what is being reflected in this world. That's why it is so irresistible. By understanding how much we are attracted to this world, you can know how much we are attracted to Krishna. Nice point. By knowing how much you are so passionate about things in this world, you can know how much you are passionate for Krishna. Make sense? Our lust is our love for Krishna transformed. Huh? I think you're getting to the answer now what we're looking for. What is the way out? What is the way out? You unraveled one mystery.
The answer is to direct our lust as love.
Yes. Our attraction to this world is actually our attraction to Krishna. Misdirected. जो हमारा इस दुनिया में प्रेम है परिवार के प्रति, चीज़ों के प्रति, पैशन के प्रति, इच्छाओं के प्रति, वो गलत नहीं है. In the spiritual world also we have a lot of relationships. We have lot of desires. We have lot of careers. Don't think when you go to spiritual world you won't have a family. Sometimes people think we'll go to spiritual world, maybe I'll miss the fun that I have here. सब शांति शांति करके बैठे रहेंगे. All that you have here is exactly there. If you go to Vrindavan, what are all the people? Are they sannyasis? Who are they? Huh? What is Vrindavan? What do Brajvasis do? What are they? Are they sannyasis? What are they? They are family people. They have wives, they have children, they have relatives, they have money, they have horse carriers, they have cows, everything. What you have here. Everything is there in spiritual world. You have cousins, you have extended relatives, you have everything what you have. You have business. Nanda Baba is a Vaishya. Congratulations. In spiritual world, business is the profession. you know. So if you're a good Vaishya, you'll do good in Goloka. It's all going to be there. Nothing what you do here. Would you be attached to your family there? Would you be attached to your family there? Yes, you would be attached to your family. You would be attached to your children. You would be attached. You would have everything what you have here. Whatever you're doing here today, all those form of attraction is the original one. But what is the difference? Yes. What is the main difference between these two? Yes. In the spiritual world, Krishna is the center, and in this world, we have taken the position of Krishna. We have said we have replaced Krishna here. That is the difference. So we need to give Krishna back his place. The moment you give Krishna back his place and continue the world, it'll be spiritual world again. Make sense? What we need to do to create that attraction of this world is to give Krishna the center stage and you take your stage and continue the way things are going on. And immediately you will see the game plan will change. Isn't it? That's all is the adjustment you need to do. Enjoy with Krishna. Enjoyment is not a problem, but enjoy with Krishna. Don't enjoy without Krishna. Like Ravan, how did he want to enjoy? Huh? Yeah, but how did he want to enjoy Ravan? He wanted to enjoy Sita. He wanted to enjoy Krishna's position. It's Lord Ram's position to be the Bharta of Sita. But Ravan said, I shall take the position of Lord Ram. And what happened because of that? Struggle for existence. Till that time, Ravana did not have so much struggle for him. But then when he did that, okay, he had, because he had been starting from beginning, struggle for existence. Everyone told him, just give back Sita. Whole Lanka will be all fine. Right? That was the only thing Rama needed to do, if you see the game. And Lord Ram had said, even now, just like Vibhishan has surrendered, if Ravan comes to surrender to me, I will forgive him. Can you imagine? After having tortured you so badly, the Lord is so merciful. He still says, just return back Sita and beg forgiveness. I'll leave you. That's all. But Ravan said, no. He was adamant. And what happened because of his attraction? He caused the demise of his whole dynasty. And what did Hanuman do? And all the Vanaras also family men. Hanuman was brahmachari. Yes, they helped Ram, and they helped Mother Sita to be back with Lord Ram. They didn't want to take position of Ram. They worked hard to restore Mother Sita's position of who is the Bharta. That's all. And what happened to Hanuman? And what happened to all the Vanaras? They continued. Blissful. Right? Everyone was blessed so profusely. All the Vanaras who died on the battlefield, Lord Ram gazed at them and brought them back to life. Everyone who died came back in family, back in happiness. So you see the difference? Ravana wanted to take the position of Ram, and the Vanaras, Hanuman, they wanted to keep the position of Lord Ram and give Mother Sita back. And they were always in party. Lord Ram took them to Ayodhya, gave them a big party. All the while, they're all dancing and chanting and having fun. So this is the discerning point in all our lives. We don't have to change our passions. We don't have to change our family. We don't have to do anything. All this is actually a part of a reality which is there in the spiritual world also. But what do you need to do is, we have to save ourselves from our own mentality, which is about enjoying taking Krishna's position. This is the thing that we have to work on. Which means externally, it's not much homework. I have to give this up, I have to give that up. Because everything is actually Krishna's energy. Everything can be engaged appropriately. All that we need to give up is that mentality of selfishly trying to take that position. You understand, Lord Ram is my Prabhu, Krishna is my Prabhu, and I am Das. That's the only switchover in everything we do. In everything we do, if you make this switchover, then there'll be no struggle for existence. We will have our life then will become transformed in such a way that even in this world we'll be happy, we'll be peaceful, we'll be happy, and then after this life, where will we go? Back to Krishna. This is the design. And the whole bhakti is about living this consciousness. Srila Prabhupada has given this whole program of bhakti that we are trying to practice. It is to make this switch over the consciousness. So the struggle for all of us is to switch over our consciousness. It is not otherwise. And that's why it's not so easy. To physically move something is much easier. But to change our consciousness is difficult. So Prabhupada says this changeover of consciousness can be done very effectively if we take to the process of hearing. Yeah, you hear, you hear the Gita, hear the Bhagavatam, which is Krishna's words, and you hear the holy name. The hearing is the uh, changeover process. The more you hear the pastimes, the philosophy, the holy name, that is the medicine. And that is the medicine which changes from that mentality of selfishly trying to be to mentality of being Hanuman or Prahlad and being with Krishna and enjoying. The concept of enjoyment doesn't need to be given away. Otherwise, people think being bhakti means, it's impractical because, how do you give up? I'm so absorbed in my things. No, that absorption need to be mellowed with this consciousness. Now, if you're a businessman, you should understand that this whole empire of my business is actually meant so that I can use it all for Krishna's service. This is Krishna's, Shakti. Krishna has given me this. So you understand who is the boss of your company? Krishna. So all the principles that you do follow for your company should be the moral, ethical principles what Krishna is teaching as Dharma. Why we will not follow unethical things? Because Krishna will not be happy. The motivation is not punya or pap. That's for people in this world. Why? Because pap karenge to, बुरा होगा, पुण्य करेंगे तो अच्छा होगा. So again, punya pap concept is again having a selfish connotation about me only. Makes sense what I'm saying? But as a devotee, I will do ethics. Why? Because Krishna is pleased. Not punya pap. So then you're getting it right. You're getting it right in doing it. That means what you're doing is right. But the motivation of why you do it needs to keep getting mellowed. And how will it happen? When you hear, when you get that knowledge, then you get clarity, then you get conviction. And when you chant, when you come in the association, this is the way we are doing a switch over from that aversion and attraction of this world. You turn to the actual attraction and aversion to this world. That transformation happens. And as all of you said, when you're sick, it's not so easy. The natural state is different and the sickly condition state is different. Like, you're down with fever. How much do you long to go to the restaurant and eat? You're down with fever. The thought of eating may feel, I'm feeling so bad, appetite, it feels me dizzy talking about it, right? So it will feel difficult because of the disease state. So what do we need to do? Take the medicine, take the diet. So Prabhupada says the medicine is hearing about Krishna. So every day, if we get into this aspect of hearing this knowledge, practicing this knowledge, we will get cured. And what is the dietary things? Eat lot of prasad. Eat prasadam and take medicine every day. So every day we read and hear, every day we chant, and regularly come in the satsang. And if you're doing it consistently every day, don't worry about the disease. Don't worry about the symptoms. Worry about taking medicine. Right? Because if the medicine dosage keeps happening, automatically what will happen to the recovery? It'll happen. You don't have to worry. You could go to the doctor and keep confirming if everything is fine. Doctor says, okay, this symptom, part of it. Take it 10 more days, you will see it'll come down. And that's why we need Shastras and devotees to keep confirming on our recourse. Right? You keep confirming. And even the doctor needs to confirm from the other senior doctor for his health. So everybody needs to be confirming. That is a process, Prabhupada says. Right? So this is the whole framework, and to get back to our original state, we need to understand, as I said, all the situation that we have is actually also there in the spiritual world, but the only difference is the consciousness. The changeover of the consciousness is what is our hard work, and that will happen by our regular nourishment every day, doing some reading. I would say, uh, for all of us who are wanting to be more serious, every day we should spend time with Srila Prabhupada for 10 minutes, for 15 minutes. Every day spend time. And I can tell you, you'll have remarkable recovery. Even my own self, I see when I don't come in touch with Prabhupada and the reading, I also experience becoming dull in my own practice. The allurements and attractions of this world become more pulling. And I understand that means my medicine I have not taken my dosage for so many days. Again, I take a dosage, I start feeling strong again. Like that. We need to keep putting it in place. That is the thing. So I think this is something we can ponder over this concept and practice it. Hare Krishna. Any comments as the prasadam is getting offered?